Vivian's cell phone bill includes the graph showing her cell phone use for the month. She is charged $20 per month plus 10 cents per minute for daytime calls plus 5 cents per minute for evening calls after the first 200 evening minutes. The first 200 evening minutes are free. What is the total cell phone bill for the month? Okay, so $20 flat rate plus 10 cents per minute during the day, and during the day she is talking 200 minutes, and then in the evening 5 cents per minute, and she talks 300, but the first 200 were free, so she's only going to get charged for the 100 after the first 200 minutes in the evening. So doing the math here, we get 20 plus 20 plus what's that, 5. So this is $45. Therefore, number 10, the answer is C. Daniel rode his bicycle at a constant speed. After 40 minutes, he cycled 24 kilometers. How far did he cycle in 30 minutes? So 40 minutes, he cycles 24 kilometers. And since the speed is constant, the ratio will be the same for any other value. So we now want 30 minutes, and we want a certain number of kilometers, and we don't know. So I'll just refer to it as x. Just cross multiply. 40x therefore is 30 times 24. And x is therefore 30 times 24 over 40. And this looks like it will be 18. So in 30 minutes, he travels 18 kilometers. So number 10, the answer is D. Using the graph, the number of seconds required for a vehicle to travel a total distance of 100 is, well, speed is equal to distance over time, and any variation of this formula is also applicable, like time is equal to distance over speed. And our distance they want is 100 meters, and the speed, as you can see from this graph, is always the same. It's always 20 meters per second. So put that over here. And therefore 100 divided by 20 is 5, and it will be 5 seconds. So number 10, the answer is E. The table shows the pay Leona earned for 2 different shifts at the same fixed hourly rate. How much will she earn for a 5-hour shift at this rate? To figure out her hourly rate, let's just take the value that she got paid and divide it by the number of hours. And if you do that, you get $8.25. And it will be the same for that amount and the 6 hours. So to figure out how much she gets paid for 5 hours, take 5 hours, multiply it by her hourly rate, and that is $41.25. So number 4, the answer is E. Lakshmi is traveling 50 kilometers an hour. How many kilometers does she travel in 30 minutes? Speed is equal to distance over time, and therefore distance is equal to speed times time. So speed is 50 kilometers per hour. Time they've given us in 30 minutes, but I have to change that to hours. So that's half an hour. And therefore it's going to be 50 times a half, which is 25 kilometers. And therefore number 4, the answer is C. Anka and Bruce left Mathville at the same time. They drove along a straight highway towards Staten. Bruce drove at 50 kilometers per hour. Anka drove at 60 kilometers per hour, but stopped along the way to rest. They both arrived at Staten at the same time. For how long did Anka stop to rest? Well, we will use the formula speed is equal to distance over time, or time is equal to distance over speed. So Bruce, he has the following time. His time is distance over speed. His distance is 200, and his speed is 50. So that is 4. And in particular, it's 4 hours. Anka, that would be 200 over 60, and that is 3 1/3. And that is, of course, hours. But they're saying that Anka and Bruce arrive at the same time. Well, that's only possible if Anka stops along the way to rest, which is, of course, what she does. And therefore, once she rests, that rest time plus the 3 3/4 will add up to 4. So what we really need to do is just subtract 4 minus 3 1/3, and that is 2/3. So 2/3 of an hour is how much she took during her rest, and that in minutes is 40 minutes. Yeah. So therefore, number 10, the answer is A. Ground beef sells for $5 per kg. How much does 12 kilograms of ground beef cost? So $5 over 1 kg, and that is equivalent to another ratio which we need to create, a certain number of dollars over 12 kg. So cross multiply and you get x is equal to 5 times 12, and therefore x is equal to 60, and that is in dollars. So number 2, the answer is C. The table shows the pay Leona earned for the 2 different shifts at the same fixed hourly rate. How much will she earn for a 5-hour shift at this rate? To figure out her hourly rate, you just divide the pay by the number of hours, and if you do, you will get an hourly rate, in her case, of $8.25. And if you do that for this, it'll be the same, because her hourly rate is fixed. So at this hourly rate, she's now going to work 5 hours. So her pay will be 5 times $8.25, and that is equal to $41.25. So number 5, the answer is E. Purchased 8 identical items. If the total cost was $26, then the cost per item in dollars was. Let's say that the 8 identical items each has a cost of X, and there's 8 of them, so 8 times X, and that equals $26. So X would be 26 divided by 8. That would be the cost of each individual item represented by X. So of the answer choices, 26 divided by 8 is A for number 2. Greg bought a 300-gram container of sunflower seeds. He found that 15 seeds weighed about 1 gram. Approximately how many sunflower seeds are in the container? So 15 seeds are in 1 gram, and we have to figure out how many seeds are there in 300 grams. So this is just a direct comparison. Cross multiply and you get X is equal to 15 times 300, and 15 times 300 is 4,500. And that's it. So number 7, the answer is B.